I don't know how they did it. Well, actually, I do know how they did it. Steph Curry happened, and the rest followed his lead.
Molly, you were not here at halftime, but it looked like Bonte was not having a good time at the first half, and none of us were, because the Warriors were turning the ball over. They were not scoring the way they go, and I really wanted them to show up like they did in the second half. I thought they were going to show up like this pissed-off Warriors team. They came out, they were moving the ball, taking care of the ball, and it just looks like somebody said something at halftime. I don't know who said what, but they came out that second half looking like the Golden State Warriors team that everybody knows and fears.
Yeah, Bonte wasn't the only one that was upset.
These folks, too.
The entire arena was upset. The Warriors were discombobulated. Yep. Like you said, Fest, they were turning the ball over. CYO press was bothering them. One time they couldn't get the ball in bounds. One time they turned it over. And whatever was said at halftime doesn't really matter. What really matters, they made the adjustments. 14 turnovers at halftime, I think just 5 in the second half. They took care of the basketball. As you said, but Steph took over, started knocking down threes. It was a miraculous turnaround. It really was. They dominated that second half. It just shows you to the playoff intensity where the Warriors thrive. I thought it got to the New Orleans Pelicans. They started turning the ball over. They couldn't make shots. The ball stopped moving, and the Warriors just took total control.
All right, let's go back inside the Chase Center to Fitz Ibuku, who's standing by with the star of the show, Stephen Curry.
All right, it used to be the babyface assassin, but we saw angry Steph tonight. How did you do it with 39, 8, and 8 from 20 down to win a game the Warriors had to have, Steph? We saw it on your face in the first half, and you put the team on your shoulders in the second half.
I mean, we know what time of the season it is, and we faced a lot of adversity all year, and even in this first half, it was kind of like nothing going your way and some self-inflicted wounds. So the one thing that we have, and Draymond's fire in the first half is the ultimate, testament and visual of what it is we have a competitive spirit that is unmatched, and it's been that way for a decade. So for us to tap into that, we understand that we have to, we got to play better, more consistent. We're figuring out our rotations and stuff, but that belief and that killer instinct, 3 guys standing on this court, myself, Draymond, Clay, we've done it. We know it. And then, our guys are starting to figure it out. So JP played amazing in the second half. Made some big plays. JK played amazing. Loon, amazing offensive rebounds to get us extra possessions. Dante, started the third quarter, got us back in it. So everybody contributed, but our competitive spirit got us the win.
Talk to me about your defense, Steph, especially in that second half. It was devastatingly good. You were making multiple efforts, moving your feet. You made C.J. McCollum have a tough time. Draymond with the energy. Everybody was so locked in, moving on a string there, getting stops at key times in the game.
We understand that's how you win. I think in the first half it was turnovers that led to transition buckets for them. I think they had 20 in the first half. Our half-court defense was amazing. We just kept turning the ball over, and they were getting easy buckets. So for us to, get good possessions on offense, we always talk about connecting the game. Our defense in the half-court and in the entire second half was amazing. Brandon Ingram's a great scorer. He can make some tough shots, but you just got to continue to make him work, and everybody was locked in.
Steph, 12 double-digit comebacks here at Chase Center. You were exhorting the crowd at the very end. What is it about Dub Nation, this building, and you guys that they down 20? Most teams it's Tap City, and yet is a belief system here. Is it just the championship DNA, or is it the relationship with the fans?
I mean, let's not forget the origins of this franchise on the other side of the bridge, and what we built in Oracle in terms of our fans really giving us that lift and that juice and that passion. We might not have been great up until 2014, but that energy was always there. And then you add that on top of the championships and everything that we've accomplished. Like I said, that's just a belief. And for us to keep, going toe-to-toe with whoever comes into this building and never feel like we're out of it, it'll carry us a long way.
How confident are you guys in your ability to close out teams in the fourth? You guys did a great job tonight in the fourth quarter. When you went out of the game, Jordan Poole and Kuminga were working, came back in, were doing work. So you've shown that you can close out games. And when you guys are at your best, you were closing out games with the best of them.
Difference 48 hours makes, right?
Yeah.
It's just a matter of just locking in and focusing mentally on what we need to do. And having next play mentality. A lot of guys, a lot of teams would still be thinking about that Minnesota game and the things that went wrong. But we we gave ourselves a chance in that third quarter. We fought our way back to down 4 at the end of the third quarter. And then from there, it's just the momentum game, and we took advantage of it.
All right, well, at 35 years of age, you officially have old man strength. So you could tell Cannon, just like Dell used to tell you, bow your neck, baby.
Bow your neck. I love that. We got to send that clip to him. Yeah, but that's carrying all them kids around, so I got a little upper body strength from it, for sure.
Hey, thanks for stopping. Thanks for getting the dub. And you get 2 days off for the first time since the All-Star break. Enjoy it. Good work,
yes,
brother.
sir. Appreciate it.
All right, that is Wardell Stephen Curry at age 35. You're supposed to slow down, except when you're superhuman, and that guy never slows down.
And I got to give a lot of credit to Draymond Green and Kevon Looney, because you can look at Steph Curry's numbers and you can be tricked into thinking, well, he just created all these plays. Kevon Looney was huge tonight. He created extra shots for this team. He really took that physicality. In the first half, they were getting out-rebounded by 10 rebounds in this game. So now it was an even rebound. They out-rebounded in the second half, did all the little things that they needed to do to be able to win this game. They really just took the momentum over in the third quarter.
And, you know, so much to the offense is rhythm and flow. And you can't find that rhythm and flow when you turn the ball over. So really with this team, they got the dynamic shooters and scorers with Steph, Clay, and Jordan Poole. Just getting shots on goal is demoralizing to the team. And once they, the second half, only 5 turnovers, having that consistent shots at the basket, then all of a sudden the ball is moving. As Festa said, Draymond and Kevon Looney can get into their pick and roll game, get guys open for shots. So to me, the biggest thing was taking care of the basketball in the second half. They wanted to win in points off turnovers 23-18, and they were getting crushed at halftime.
And the fast break points were 20-2, Pell's advantage in that first half. Warriors flipped that in the second half and outscored them on a fast break 10-2. And Stephen Wardell Curry, by the way, in the second half alone, 22 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. That's a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes go home at night with that stat line saying, yeah, I'm going to the All-Star game.
That's a bad man. He had that look on his face, and I've seen it very often, and that's what happened. That's what changed the whole temperature in that building. My favorite play of the whole third quarter was GP2 picking Brandon Ingram at half court. It just seemed like they just lost all momentum. Everything was going the Warriors' way. They came out, they were the aggressors. They were taking care of the ball. We talked about that all the time. That was our key to the game. Take care of the ball, Golden State Warriors. In the first half, they had, 13 turnovers in the first half? They finished the game with 14 turnovers in the first half. They finished the game. In the second half, they had 20 assists. That's what happened when they take care of the ball. They just moved it. They were slicing and dicing him. It was a beautiful thing to watch.
And I think what Steph said is right on point, is their competitive fire. Most teams would have folded, really. I think the combination of being home and having that championship group together is what really won that game tonight.
DiVincenzo, 8 points in that third quarter. He woke up and helped them offensively to get that run going there. Let's go back inside the Chase Center via WebEx by Cisco to the great KB. Kareth Burke, what do you have?
All right, you guys remember after the Sixers game, Draymond stated it plainly. We want to be the 6th seed because the play-in is dangerous. That's all I could think of in this game. And at halftime, when the Warriors were down by 17, I wanted to poll the fans a little bit, sent out a tweet that said, is it extreme to wonder if the second half of this game determines the season? Because Mully, like you were talking about the implications here, if the Warriors lost, they would have dropped down to the 8th seed, okay, firmly in the play-in, and then New Orleans would have had the tiebreaker had they finished, should they finish with the same record this season. And fans were like, yes, this second half is essential to their season. Fans recalling that the Warriors were eliminated in the play-in in 2021, not feeling so confident about this season where the Warriors have hovered around 500 and had some mistake-prone moments. And guys, you had to feel like the Warriors were thinking the same thing at halftime. They transformed in the second half, helped out by that guy, Steph